Hey there. Let's talk about tattooing. I've been tattooing since I was 17 years old. I've been through a lot of different phases in tattooing, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been very fun. I gotta turn this little monitor I have down here off. So, tattooing when I came into it was filled with people that were actual hard workers, and they all kind of thought of themselves as lazy. We all kind of felt like we were getting away with something, myself included. Sorry, just adjusting things. Um, when I came into tattooing, I remember a lot of people kind of had the attitude of like, oh yeah, we're like, it's just kind of like a lazy job. You can show up at noon and just kind of work at whatever pace you want. And if nobody walks in, you just sit around and watch YouTube videos on the computer all day and draw. And like that is kind of what it was. But at the same time, we showed up an hour early to work so we could be ready when it opened. Like if the shop opens at 1, I'm there around noon, setting everything up as good as I can to where when somebody walks in, all I have left to do is figure out what machines and needles I'm using, put everything together, stick that on the tray. Like I would be as close to set up as I could get away with and have as much done and ready to go as I could before we opened. I also would go in early to, sweep, mop, stuff like that. And I think every tattoo artist back then did. And it's not like a lot has changed. Just what seems to have happened is we've hit this place where it's gotten easier and easier. And I was one of the guys back then that was like, no, it should be easy to get a chance. Like, you should be able to try anything. You should be able to become an apprentice, be a student of anything. And I still believe that. But becoming a tattoo artist has gotten so easy that there's too many of us. And I didn't think I'd ever say that. I really was like, eh. But the fact that there's too many of us is actually kind of a good thing in my opinion. It means that the ones that are willing to work are still going to be okay. And a lot of people that are coming into tattooing are, they're weirdly lazy. And I don't mean lazy like they don't want to do stuff. I mean they have no motivation. Like they don't start it. You have to tell them like, "Hey, this guy just walked in. Hey, guy, this is our new artist Kyle. Kyle's going to help you out." And then you got to tell Kyle that he's allowed to talk to the fucking guy. So I know every generation has complained about the generation that came after them, and I'm just joining that. I'm not even saying it to complain. It's just crazy. Like, there's almost no ambition tied to anything anymore. It's not just tattooing. Like, when I meet people that are in their early 20s, and I ask them some simple questions, like, okay, let's say I'm tattooing somebody, and let's say they're in the army. That means they have some plan for the next 4 years. Let's say I ask something along the lines of, "What kind of car do you drive?" I'm just trying to make a conversation. I don't really, I do care, but I don't really care if you drive a Honda or a BMW. The difference is the nicer car you drive, the more I'm going to think about it, and the more I'm going to judge your decision making. And generally, not for the better. But a good quality car is a good thing to invest in. But either way, I'll be talking to a younger guy, and I'll go, "What kind of car do you drive?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I have a Challenger." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. Challengers are pretty cool. Why did you get a Challenger?" And they go, "Oh, I don't know. It was just cool." I'm like, "Do you have any plans for when you get out?" And they go, "No, but I want to get out in a few years, like as soon as I can. I don't like the Army." And they don't have any plans, but they're cool with where they're at, and they have a job where they have to wake up at like 5 or 6 in the morning every day. They have to work out every day. They have to wear a very hot uniform and be outside a lot in that hot uniform. They have all these rules, and they're fine with that. But the second you take them out of that and you go, "Hey, what's something you really enjoy doing?" They don't have it. So when I say lazy, I guess what I mean is a lack of passion. They just, which that's honestly, if you have that situation, I don't blame you at all for joining the military. I think it's a great place to go because you have all the different things in life thrown at you. You get to see the good and the bad. You get to see the people with problems. You get to see the successful people. You get to travel. There's a lot of upsides to it. But the thing I'm just trying to figure out is if I think it's everywhere. I don't think it's just tattooing, but the lens I see it through is tattooing. what made it where people went from they want to work, people used to want to work, they used to want to achieve something. And it didn't really matter what their craft was, they took it serious. Like when I was a kid, I respected everybody for their job. And I don't know, maybe this is a good thing that we don't think this way anymore, but I had a guy down the road that he was in the army, and I thought it was really cool. And I was really interested in the military. I think guns are cool, stuff like that. So it makes sense. And the guy across the street was also army. He was military police though, and I thought that was cooler because gun all the time rather than gun sometimes. My neighbor to the right was a UPS driver. I never really thought too much about his job because he was so much more than his job. I mean, I thought it's a cool job because it lets him fix up his truck, but he had old trucks that he would, he'd lift them and go off roading and rock crawling and stuff like that. And it was it was a time where you couldn't order something on eBay, much less Amazon. So when we went to hockey tournaments that were out of state for ice hockey, we would pick up pucks at the pro shops for him because he used them as like body spacers. I just thought stuff like that was cool. He's lifting his truck. He's going to put a body lift on it. What can we use? Hockey pucks. They work great. But he was one of those guys I looked at, and I didn't judge him by his job. I didn't think of him as a person that was a hard worker. But now when I look back, he's one of the people I respect the most. And now I kind of understand why. He was a very hard worker off work. Like he would go to work, he would do his thing, and then he'd get home and he would hang out with his kids. And then when they're doing their homework, he'd be out in the driveway working on his truck. He was always working on something. He was always improving something, building something, modifying something. And I'm trying to figure out where we lost that, how that's gone now. And maybe it's not. Maybe I just don't see it. But like, I don't see a lot of passion. I see a lot of attempts at shortcuts. An example would be a guy wanting to get into comedy, so he just makes fucking videos of him talking about random shit, so you'll stay on his YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a shortcut, but it's people sometimes just do that. They don't do the other thing. They just sit around and make videos, and sometimes it works, but it's really rare. The people I'm interested in that make videos are people making videos of them doing shit. Not like a video of like, okay, today we're going to review the thing. The opposite of the video that I'm doing right now is the kind of video I'm more likely to watch. It sounds really hypocritical to say, but just so you know, I am driving an hour and 40 minutes with a stack of flyers with tons of promo codes for different businesses so I can go in person and talk to them because I believe that should help the turnout of this show. And that's things I think you have to do. I don't think these are optional. I think if you want something to succeed, you have to do all the different things around it to make it work. And I mean, I don't really see this as much in comedy, but I do. But when it comes to tattooing, all these people that I meet are like pretty non-impressive. And then when you meet someone that's really impressive, you're like, oh shit, this guy's doing it. And it always has to do with passion. It's not work ethic. It's what they want to do. So I think most of these people I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about my clients as much as like people coming in and hanging out for a little bit. Like really, most of my clients are doing pretty fucking well. I have some clients that blow my mind. But what was I talking about? It seems like a lot of people are lost. People don't know what direction they want to go. They don't have something to strive for. And it doesn't make sense to me because we have so much stuff now that we could shoot for. Like there's so many different career options, job options. There's different things you can do. There's different ways to make money. There's different ways to live. There's people that live in Dubai and their job is in America. That's kind of new. I mean, that's pretty fucking new. So right now you have more opportunities than ever. There's more options of ways to pay your bills than ever. And people still tend to gravitate towards all the boring, safe, or easy, or seemingly easy options. Like the people that are doing the different websites where you can pay to see them, see their feed or see them doing something or whatever, like the OnlyFans type things, the foot finders, whatever. That seems easy. Like, that's why people get into it. And I've met girls that do that. It's not easy. They are working. Like, they're promoting their stuff constantly. The ones that actually are making tons of money are very rare. And they are working their asses off from what I've seen. I'm sure there's two or three that just got lucky, or, they did something else previously, like they were an Olympic athlete or something, and they had a bunch of fans. And I'm sure that exists too. But the people I see that start from the bottom and work their way up through that kind of thing work hard. And I think they're passionate about money. I think that's their thing, is they just want to make a lot of money, and that's okay. And I'm almost thinking, like, I used to think the whole greedy, crazy thing was bad. I'm almost leaning the direction of thinking maybe a little greed is good. Maybe we need some people to have money drive them so that they can do things that are actually fucking worthwhile in the pursuit of money. I don't care why the fuck you do it. I just think it's crazy how many people aren't doing shit. Also, I don't know shit about the unemployment rate at all, but I know that the chosen professions of people, like the what they are doing as a job that they're sticking to, are not what they want to do. I mean, I might know 10 people that are doing what they want to do. Uh, Two of them are cops. Like, two of the people I know that are, like, really passionate about their jobs are fucking police officers. They were like, hey, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a cop. Seemed kind of cool. Then it seemed not cool. Then they started raising the pay a little bit. Now it actually makes sense. I'm like, cool. It's a cool job if that's what you want to do. And one of my favorite clients is a cop. He's really serious about his job, and he's not doing it for any, like, oh, I'm a fucking badass reason. He likes writing DUIs. He likes knowing that somebody is going out and doing something risky where they could hurt or kill somebody that is not them, because usually the drunk driver is not the one that dies. He loves pulling them over, proving they were drunk, and causing them to need to go through a process to get their license back. And I think that's cool as fuck. And I know a lot of you guys out there are probably like, hey, I like to drive drunk. Well, you're a fucking idiot. It's stupid. It's real stupid. And it's maybe the most selfish of simple, dumb crimes that people do. Like, you just don't want to ask for a ride, or you don't want to spend $20 for an Uber, or what, like, whatever. You can get drunk and you can get home, but the people that get wasted and then go driving around, they need a fucking DUI. And this guy writes them, and he is passionate about it, and I love it. He was like, dude, I don't write speeding tickets at all. I don't give a fuck if you speed. He did say, I don't want to say he doesn't give a fuck. Dude, my camera holder is not great today. I'm sorry about that. It's not that he doesn't care if you speed. He just goes, hey, I'm going to pull you over, give you a warning, just verbal, not even write anything up, and let you know you should probably slow down. And then if he thinks you're possibly drunk, you're going to jail, big boy. You're getting your shit impounded. You're getting a real DUI. And he picked a thing. He goes, hey, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to serve people. This is how I want to protect people. And he got serious about it. And when I first started tattooing him, I wouldn't use the word lost at all. Like, he definitely had a good head on his shoulders, was a very disciplined person. He works out all the time. He eats way healthier than anybody else. Well, I don't know about healthier, but he eats more, probably healthier, yeah. He eats in a way where he's very disciplined. We'll put it that way. But the guy's fucking shredded. He also does like a little, like a donut or a pizza or some ice cream sometimes. And hearing about his cheat days is pretty fun. Either way, he's cool. He found something he wanted to do eventually. He had normal jobs before that, and he was like, dude, I'm about to become a police officer. And I was like, whoa, I didn't expect him to be a police officer at all. Then when he became a cop, he realized it's a pretty good job. It pays the bills. He's having fun. It's exciting. There's some action. And then he figured out his thing. And you could see him shift from being like, oh, this is a good job, to, oh, this is what I do now. I'm writing DUIs. And he's actually making a difference. Like, if people in the town he's working in want to drive drunk, they know there's a cop out there that loves writing DUIs. So they're at least very careful about it. They're drinking less before they drive. They're more likely to get the person to, give them a ride home or whatever. A lot of people think that all these things are completely useless and don't make any sense, and it's just a way for the city to make money. Speeding tickets, half the time I kind of agree. But a DUI, that dude's actually saving lives in a really simple way. So I guess what I'm saying is, it was tattooing. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but if you could just take a day and go, hey, what do I actually want to do? And figure out a way to do it, whether it makes you money or not, and start doing it, it's good for you. You'll be a better person for it. And there's a good chance that you'll end up making money at it. Now, don't take advice from people that are doing stand-up comedy, because I just told you what I'm doing and then I told you not to listen. But here's why you should not listen to me. Okay, listen to this, but not the rest of it. This is why you should not listen to me. I'm driving my car that takes premium gasoline to, I don't know, probably 100 miles away to hand out flyers so that hopefully I can break even on a show because I want a crowd there. That's not economically sound. So don't do what I do, except for the passion part. Go find something you want to do. It's fun.